Once they feel comfortable with you sitting in a chair across the room, you can take it to the next level and see how comfortable they really feel when you leave them and they can't see you. So just randomly get up and walk out of the room for a minute or two and come back into the room and sit down. Still, you're not looking at them, you're not talking to them. If they react when you leave the room, wait until they're quiet for 20 seconds and come back into the room without acknowledging them. If they react when you come back into the room, immediately leave the room again. They shouldn't be doing this at this point because of what you're practicing at the last step. By coming and going from the room like this is going to help your puppy feel really comfortable being put down for a nap in the middle of the day while you're getting ready to make lunch for everyone, or you need to run out and do some errands or something, or you just need a little break and you want them to be able to just settle. If they're in the crate and the top, the back, and the sides are covered, there's nothing to see, nothing to worry about, and it's easier for them to just settle down. And there's nothing wrong with leaving your puppy or your dog in a crate while you're gone for just a little while. This should be their safe place that they can easily just chill out and relax. The best place to keep your crate is usually in your bedroom if you have the crate in the bedroom at night, because this is where everyone usually just settles and goes to sleep. It'll be easier for them to be in that emotional state, and there's less going on. The crate training will also help with addressing separation anxiety, and the goal is that they should just be happy and relaxed in the crate and go in the crate sometimes when they need a break. The goal is that the crate is just somewhere that they can just relax and feel comfortable, and if they need to take a break, they can just walk into the crate and take a nap on their own. Now he's feeling a lot more comfortable with me sitting close on the couch. I'm going to move a little further away and sit on the end of the couch. And this time, because I can't reach over and flip the sheet in front, if he starts whining or pawing on the crate or grabbing the crate, I'm going to get up and walk out of the room. Crate, Leon. Good crate, Leon. Crate, Leon. Good crate, Leon. Great, Leon. Great, Leon. Good crate, Leon. What a little monkey. Crate, Leon. Good crate, Leon. He's figured out this game. If I don't go all the way in, then I get another one. Crate, Leon. Crate, Leon. Good crate, Leon. Crate, Leon. Good crate, Leon. Crate, Leon. Crate, Leon. He's hunting for it. Good crate, Leon. Crate, Leon. What a little monkey. Crate, Leon. Good crate, Leon. used almost all of the TRs. Great, Leon. Good, great, Leon. Now I'm going to sit over here, further away from him. Ooh, I'm not looking at him, I'm not talking to him. I'm just yawning to give him comfort. He's doing pretty well. Ooh. Even though he was taking advantage of the opportunity to get more TRs by not going all the way in, you never want to, force him to go in, because that's going to make him feel uncomfortable and he won't want to go in the crate. So you just have to patiently wait for that moment that he gets all 4 feet in and then close the door. He's doing great. He's LAY. He's not whining. He's not pawing on the crate. So if he reacted at this point, I would just get up and I'd walk out of sight for 30 seconds. Then I would start walking back into the room. If he started whining as soon as he saw me walking back into the room, I'd immediately go back out of sight again, right? So if he starts whining or pawing on the crate, I just get up, I walk out of sight so that he can't see me for 30 seconds, come back in and sit back down. If he starts whining again, as soon as I sit down, I get up and leave again, right? So you just come and go from his sight, because we can't pull that down, so the only way to give him that separation is for me to get up and walk out of the room. Ooh. So if he's still quiet when you're walking back in, you continue coming in, you sit down in the same place. But if he's whining as you walk back in, you go out of sight again. He's really doing great.
And this step that you're on right now, this is the last step, or do you have to do all 3 of the steps every time you crate train?
Oh, that's a good question. It's more like graduating to the next step, right? So the first part of the crate training, where I was sitting on the ground in front of the crate, you wait until he's doing really well with that and he's not whining, he's not pawing on the crate anymore, he seems completely relaxed, and he's been that way for at least a week. Then I would move to sitting on the couch, so it's a little bit further away from him. Once he's really comfortable with that, then you would move a little further away, right? So you're sitting and be across the room from him. Ooh. And if he's having a difficult time with that, you wouldn't want to move to the next step, right? So you only move to the next step if he's comfortable with the step that you're on. If your intention is to leave him in the bedroom while you're gone, you could start by practicing in the living room with him if you're hanging out here the most, right? Just because it's convenient. And then you can practice doing the crate training with him in the bedroom and coming and going from the bedroom, right? So that he gets used to you coming and going and just being in there. Ooh. Are there any other questions that you have about the crate training?
I can't think of anything.
No.
Ooh. Ooh. You can practice doing this with both of you in the room. So you take turns coming and going. Ooh. and the person left in the room is just, giving comfort to him. But if he's whining like this and you're in the room together, I would make sure that you both get up and walk out of the room, right? So for the first 2 stages, you can both be in the room and one of you, or you take turns flipping the sheet over the front. But when you get to this point, it's very important that he doesn't, he's not able to see anyone in the room. I'm going to let him out now because I don't want to leave him in there for too long. You always want to end it on a good note when he's feeling relaxed. You never want to let him out when he's whining because then he thinks he's getting let out because he did whine. He's doing great. His tail's wagging. Yeah. That wasn't a traumatic experience for him. That's helping him know that he can just relax when he's in there. His cozy little den. But he's done so well with the stages of crate training. I think you're going to easily be able to leave him a little bit longer and a little bit longer in there.
And give each stage about a week.
Well, every dog is different, so let him tell you if he's ready to move to the next step. If you're still needing to flip the sheet over the front in the stage that you're on, he's not ready for the next step. So I would make sure he's completely comfortable at the stage that you're on for at least a week, and then you move to the next step. So for some dogs, they can get comfortable in 3 days, and then a week later you move to the next step. For other dogs, it might be 3 weeks before you're moving to the next step. Does that make sense?
Yes.
So don't look for a certain time frame, just really read his body language and his energy and what he's doing to let you know if he's ready to move to that next step. I think he's looking to see if there's any more TRs.
Let's go through an overview of the crate training. Step 1, just get your dog feeling comfortable with the crate, leave it out. Once they're feeling comfortable and curious with the crate, then you can put a treat right inside the door, and if they go in, you're going to reward them. As they're feeling more comfortable, putting their head further and further into the crate, you move the treat further and further back. Step 2, once they're really comfortable with step 1 and they're going all the way into the crate, you can close the door of the crate. If they react at all, you're going to pull the sheet down over the front so they can't see you. And as soon as they're quiet for 20 seconds, lift the sheet back up again. Remember that seeing you is their reward. Step 3, sit in a chair close to the crate, close enough to be able to lift the sheet down. And if they're comfortable with that, then you're going to sit in a chair a little further away. If they react at all, they lose your company. They can't see you anymore. Step 4, once they're comfortable with you sitting across from the room, you're going to practice just getting up and walking out of the room for 30 seconds. If they're reacting when you return, you immediately turn around and go back out of sight. Wait until they have stopped reacting before you walk back into the room, and just keep doing this over and over again until they're really comfortable with you leaving their sight and building up the time so that they can just feel happy and relaxed in their crate, taking a nap as you go about the rest of your day.